2 months ago, Lake Morena was about 100 feet deep. Now it looks like this. The visual difference is striking. In some places, the water level has receded drastically. The boat launch is closed, and a piece of land that had once been an island is now a peninsula.
It's sad. It's sad for the whole community because if you ask someone that's lived in San Diego County for many years, the thing they point out is that I used to fish in Lake Morena.
Karen Russell has lived in Lake Morena Village, the small town that sits on the reservoir, for a long time.
It was my dream to buy this little pedal boat when I retired from teaching.
She worries the lower water level will mean fewer people visit the lake to camp, rent boats, and fish, which could hurt the local economy. As rainwater fills the lake, the city of San Diego will turn its faucet back on and take it, says Brent Eidson, the deputy director for the city's public utilities department.
We intend to essentially run the lake at about this current level as long as we possibly can, so that we can capture and use the local runoff to the benefit of our ratepayers.
The lake is now only 4% full, and 4% full it will stay. While the county can operate boat rentals in a campground next to the lake, the city of San Diego owns the water. It can take the water whenever it wants, which it's done multiple times. The city hasn't drawn down the lake since 2001, so residents of Lake Morena Village got used to seeing more water. When the city resumed the drawdown in December, village residents were not pleased. Karen Russell says she moved to the town because of the lake. She bought a paddle boat for fishing, but now the lake's boat launch is closed, so she's putting her boat up for sale.
But it was fun while it lasted.
But Russell may be able to keep her boat, says Scott Hoover, the district manager for the county's Parks and Recreation Department. While the drive-in boat launch is closed, people can still rent boats from the county or use their own, as long as they can carry them into the lake themselves. And the fishing is still good, maybe even better, he says, because the county just stocked 9,000 pounds of trout in the lake.
The fishing might actually be a little bit better because you have a smaller body of water and the same number of fish, so they might be easier to catch.
While there were worries the drawdown could create a massive fish die-off, Hoover says he doesn't expect that to happen. When I visited the lake after the drawdown, I saw a few dead fish, something I hadn't seen on my first trip. But Anton Pravaznik, who spent the day boating with his wife, says he'd caught fish on his last outing.
Yes, one time we were successful on catching trout that were planted.
The campground also hasn't seen a clear drop in visitors so far. While the number of December campground reservations dropped from 2012 to 2013, in January the numbers were up over last year.
$4.99.
And Matthew Nisu, the owner of the Oak Shores Malt Shop near the lake, says business has remained good.
My business is okay because I have people camping, and it's not like before. Yeah, before is better because a lot of people come in fishing and camping. Now only the people come in for camp.
While Nisu and residents like Russell get used to a lower lake, other San Diego reservoirs might be drawn down further, says Matt O'Malley, the legal and policy director for water advocacy group San Diego Coastkeeper. About 15% of the city's water comes from its 9 reservoirs. The rest is bought from the San Diego County Water Authority, which buys almost all of its water from the Metropolitan Water District.
Because we are so dependent on foreign water, that we are going to have to start pulling a lot more from the reservoirs. I mean, that's the source that we have at this point, that we're using.
Eidson with the city's utilities department says taking water from Lake Morena and the other city reservoirs is standard practice, and that the Lake Morena drawdown isn't due to the drought.
So we use them annually. It's important that we have them, and they're an important resource, and it's the cheapest source of water we have.
And he says the city plans to step up its messaging to customers to conserve more water.
Help save more water, starting now.
But San Diegans' attempts to cut back on water will come too late for Lake Morena, where the water is already mostly used up. Claire Trageser, KPBS News.